Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, Chalkin History friends. How are you today? It is a beautiful day. So pretty outside today. It's supposed to be like a high of, well, the news on TV says a high of 81 and no rain, but the Weather Channel says high of 78, 79 with a chance of rain, like 40%. So we'll see what happens. Oh dear, I need to get my phone. Hold tight, please. Where is it? Where did it go? Where are you? Well, there it is. I found it. All right. Figured I had everything, but nope, I did not. All right, let's start. We're gonna play with a snowman today. Oops, I figured I kind of wanted to do an inking project and a little wood cutout project, but we'll do the shirt another time, maybe tomorrow. Let's see if we're live here. All right. So the wood cutout that you're going to see today is, you can make your own because we have a digital file for it. So in the link to the products, it's called Hello Winter Snowman. There's a link in the video comments. It will include the link to the digital download. Otherwise, those are available in my Etsy shop as well. Let's see, comment, snowman for wood cutout info. Alrighty. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I hope your football team wins today. I hope my football team wins today. Let's get started. We have some fun, yummy colors today. We have some bright white, some black, colonial blue, eucalyptus, orange peel. And I'm going to use bark because I have it open already, but that is you can't get it as a single. This came in a like a 6-pack. Remember we used to do like the 6-packs of different colors. Anyway. Bark no longer exists as a single, so you can replace that with espresso or use your jars. But like I said, I have just all the singles with me. So that's that. So here's our little cutout guy. Isn't he cute? We have one of our 5x7 tag chalk spot items. And then we have Hello Winter Snowman. That is the transfer we're playing with today. So let's put that aside for a moment. Let's prep our surfaces. Let's get this off. This I am going to paint colonial blue. So I'm just going to kind of give this a little misting. And we're going to just spread this out. We had this open from another project, so we're just going to put a dab of that down. Let's get this wet. Okay, let's see if we can spread this here. Give this a nice blue background. I don't know why, but blues seem to work with winter. You know, like who came up with that rule that blues are winter colors? I guess because you get the winter blues, but I don't know. I'm going to put this on a piece of cardboard so that I'm not getting all messy. Honestly, I should use one of my ink mats so that it stays put. That's my go-to trick. And I kind of like this. It's, I'm not sure, it's not really getting a solid coverage. I kind of like how the chalk tag MDF color is kind of coming through the background there. So we may just keep it like that. We'll see. We'll see. So my kids are here. My daughter brought her dog, which is our dog's brother. So they were so happy to see each other again. They see each other a lot back home. But they were excited to be together. So they all went for a little walk. Okay, I think I like that. It's kind of dirty and distressed. So we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna get our dryer. And let's get this dry. How's everybody's Sunday going? You can also achieve this kind of a look if you were to paint it solid using our chalk paste or paint, paint of your choice, and then just taking a sanding block or something like that and sanding it. You can see it drying. I like this effect. I didn't even try to make it look like this, and it is looking pretty cool, you guys. Pretty cool. You can also sand the edges off if you want that wood look on the bottom, or on the edges and underneath. All right, so I probably will do that. I'll take the sanding block and I'm gonna go around the edges. I'm gonna give this kind of more of a chance to dry, but do you see like the wood coming through? So it's like this, the MDF finish is coming through because it wasn't quite a solid paint job, but that's okay, I love it. All right, so that being said, I might do that to my snowman as well. However, it's not the same color, but I wonder if we can achieve this with painting it first bark, like a thinned out bark, and then go on top with white, because I want my snowman to be white. So that could be an issue. Also, make sure when you do paint your snowman cutout, and you can cut this out like on your Cricut, your Silhouette, your Brother, whatever cutting machine you have. You could do it on cardstock, you could do it on chalk suede paper, you can do it on, if you probably have like 1/16 inch of wood, that would work. I'm not sure what machine you guys are using. I used a laser machine, so you could use it on a laser machine as well. So now I'm trying to think. Maybe I test it on the back before we get started. So let's just we'll just kind of paint the back side and see what happens. And I'm gonna try a washcloth here, or sorry, a paper towel. Let's just get it a little wet here. I just want to see if I can get close to an MDF color. And then I want to see if I can paint white on top. Let's water that down more. This is bark. We're using bark, not the espresso. So we could probably put it on and then take whatever we can off. This is a nice stain color. I like that. All right, is it close to this? No. Okay, but that's okay. Let's dry it. Let's see what it looks like dry. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of white on top. And then we'll see like if we sand the edges what it looks like. maybe sand it now. I'll move that because we don't want to make a mess. And even if I do sand it, it's going to make the edges white instead. I don't know that we'll be able to achieve the look I'm thinking of, and that's okay. It's okay. As long as maybe the background piece, the tag, just sand the tag, that's fine. All right, let's get Mr. Snowman painted up. I need another tray, and where's my white? So my white is kind of, I can tell it's pretty thick. So let's do this. We're gonna cut it open. We're gonna try to squeeze out what we can. We're gonna add a little bit of water to thin it up here. If this ever happens to you guys, if you get singles or you have a jar of paste that's really starting to thicken up on you, put it in a tray, a color tray, or some kind of like a glass bowl. You don't want to put it on like a paper plate because that will suck any moisture out that would have or could have been in there. I'm going to add a couple squirts of water. And then we're just going to kind of try to incorporate the water in there. I'm not thinning it to like a color wash. Just want to really bring back that creamy, dreamy thickness to it, consistency. I may have added way too much water, which is fine for the moment because we're going to use this as a paint. But eventually I am going to use white as a paste, so I do need to make sure this gets thick. And did you know sometimes when you leave it out in the air, like if you have a really runny, or if you put way too much water in one of your jars, if you leave the lid open, if you leave it open, it will thicken up on you. The air will take some of that moisture out. Okay, so we're just trying to get that water incorporated in those thick, chunky pieces here. Okay. All right, let's get him painted up. You can use a paintbrush, you can use a foam brush. I'm going to use a paper towel. You can use baby wipes. I'm going to use what I have in front of me. So let's get him all painted up. Ooh, it is getting windy out there. Crazy. Guess that might be a storm rolling in, maybe. Maybe we will have some rain later. All right, I am not happy with that, so let me get brushes. Let's see if we can use, let's see if this one will work for us here. I need to squirt this guy. We just need to get this to flow better here. All right, just squirt them again. Okay. He's gonna be so cute. I can't wait to see how he turns out. You know, you get these ideas in your head like, ooh, this is gonna be so cute. So it's fun to see it come to life. It sounds so windy out there. All right, let's get him dried up. Sometimes just be aware, like if you add water to your wood, it will bring that, the wood grain kind of starts to, I don't know, splinter is not the word, but you'll see the wood grain come to the top of the surface. So we'll paint this a second coat, and then I think we'll sand it down a little bit. It's nice and soft and smooth. You can definitely feel the wetness in it. All right, let's see what we can do here with this white paste here. Okay, let's give it a second coat real quick here. That chunk in there. Want to come off. I'm doing the second coat because I just want to smooth this out with a sanding block. Get his nose. Let's get that dry. Dry them up. Once he's dry, we'll give him a quick sanding, and then we can continue on. Who are you guys hoping wins today? We are hoping for the Cleveland Browns. We'll see. I think they play. I don't even know. I don't even know. All right. I think that's dry. Now I'm going to bring my sanding black over. I'm going to do it over some garbage that I have next to me so that it doesn't get all over my table. I'm just going to smooth it out a little. Kind of smooth out some of that bumpiness. Okay. We might have sanded too much off there. So we got a little more there. And then we'll just let that dry. Okay, I think we're good there. All right, let's put this guy aside now. Kind of going around the edges. If there's wet paint, I'll paint the edges. Okay, let's get this guy back over. Let's put him there. All right, let's give him a nice little waxing. Because I'm going to do something fun on here, so we're just going to put a nice thin layer of wax. Okay. Then we're going to grab our transfer. And we need our white paste. So let me see, is that thick enough? That should be thick enough. I think we're going to be okay with using that to chalk with. So I was thinking I would put all the snowflakes on the background. So let's do that. If I can grab it. Okay. All right, let's start with 1/2 and then we'll do the other half. I don't have to fuzz my transfer because I did. Let's see, I'm going to start with these off, I think. All right, let's grab a squeegee, scoop up some white chalk paste. Make sure this is nice and flat against your surface, especially if your chalk paste is a little runny like mine. Try to really avoid anything leaking under this transfer here. You could do the whole background, you could do half the background. Oh, half the background would be cute too. Okay, let's see how this turned out. Oh, how cute. So cute. Let's go ahead and dry it real quick so that when we put the transfer back down, we're not going to peel anything up. How cute would that be to put a white stripe on the other side? That would also be very cute. All right, very cute. Let's do that again. All right, so try to bring this as close as we can. Try to make it make sense. I think we're going to do it right here. We'll of course have to, we may have to do, well, I don't know, this may cover everything. This may make it to the edge there. Okay, scoop up the rest here. Chalk it again. Oh, careful. All right, let's do this edge. Get off that excess. All right, let's see how it turned out. So cute. Oh my goodness, so cute, you guys. How fun is that? All right, let's put that aside. Cute, cute, cute. Now, do you think we need to go along that last little edge to fill in a little bit of that space? Look how cute he's gonna sit on there. Oh, how cute. I think I might fill in some space. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. So if this is where it was, then we're going to bring this over here. Is it going to matter? I think so. I just want a little bit covering. Let's see. This was there, so we're going to shift it. Right there. And we're going to see how much we actually get. See if it even mattered. Let's just see. Oh yeah, see, we had to do those little edges. Perfect. So now that looks complete to me. Yay. Just needed a little something. Just a little something on the edge there. All right, guys. Let's put this aside now. Let's bring our little snowman over. Let's get him a coat of wax. Just gonna put a little bit, just a little bit. Careful of his limbs and his nose. We don't want to crack it off. All right, so I apply it, and then we're gonna just kind of buff it off a little bit here. Kind of bracing it with my finger. You may find sometimes the wax will get on the outside, but that's okay. You can melt that away with our hot tool gun. So let's do that. Let's just go around the edges in case we got a little crazy with the wax. Warm it up. Wax is good for the wood, actually. All right, nice. Okay. All right, guys, let's bring him over here. Let's line it up. All right. The fam's back in case you hear some noise in the background. All right. Now we gotta get out all of our paste here. A little bit of black. Let's see. Actually, I think I want to do. I think we have to do the whole thing in black, and then we'll fill in the colors. Put some of that on there. All right, let's do the whole thing in black first. Then we will color in different get that excess off. Okay, make sure it's all chalked. And then we'll remove. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? What we'll do is I'm going to color in his scarf and his nose. So we'll bring out our little paintbrushes. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get out some brushes here. Just going to put a little bit on my brush. Shouldn't need a whole lot. This is a kind of a small nose. Also, let's get this dry before we do that. Pencils, colored pencils, you can use chalk markers. Whatever you have at home. Okay, let's just kind of fill this in. It's okay that I'm going over the black because we're going to re-chalk it with black. Trying to stay in the lines though. Okay. I feel like I might have went outside the lines a little bit up here. All right, let's do his arms. Arc here. Get another little paintbrush. Oops. Okay. Stay in that outline of the branch. Get a little more. Wherever it's white inside, that's what you want covered. Okay, let's do the other one. Okay, getting there. A little bit over here. All right, and then we're going to do his scarf. Okay, he is looking so cute. I'm going to do eucalyptus for his scarf. Or we could do, let's do colonial blue since that's open already. We'll do that. Let's see, we need a little bit, another little brush here. Put that there. Remember to stay within the limits of the item you're coloring in. It's okay if you go over the black because we're going to re-chalk that. Shush. All right, hold on 1 second here. to water this up a little bit. Okay, let's get a little bit more. And then we're gonna get it a little bit wet. Let's see, I think on the side there is part of the scarf too. All right. Okay, let's get that dry. It's gonna be cute, guys. Cute, cute, cute. Really, I think the only thing I'll reach maybe is the scarf and the nose. I like how his arms look. Okay, let's get that rechopped real quick. Line everything up. Oops, a little bit off. Okay, let's do that real quick here. I'm just going to do the scarf. And the nose. Should have enough to do that. Okay, let's see. Oh no, it took off some of the black, or the blue, darn. Should have waxed it. Okay, let's do this. Let's get it dry. All right, let's see if we can try to get that off. Let's see. comes right off because I did do the wax. That is kind of saving me right now. Okay. All right, let's do the blue again. See if we can thin it out a little bit this time. And then we will give it a quick wax. All right, let's try that again. Let's get it dry. A little bit of the brown came up too. I want to make sure it's nice and dry. All right, then we're going to give it a little wax. Just a layer of wax. That should help. We are going to have to wipe this up a little bit though. Just wipe. Just try to get that paste out of the screen here. And then I'll dry it. You don't want to put a wet transfer on your project. Let's just dry the top side too. Okay. All right, guys. See how this time goes here. Line it up. very lightly. Let's squeeze out a little more black. Mess over here. Just try to stay right around the scarf where I applied the wax.
Are we gonna go eat after?
Okay. That's better. How cute. All right. All right. One spot. Okay. He's adorable. All right, let's get him on his board here. Get out my glue. Whoops. All right, let's gonna shake this down. Doesn't want to come out. All right, couple dots everywhere. Put him down. So I think I want him to sit at the bottom. How cute is he? So cute. All we gotta do is put his little hanger back on and he is all set to go. Put it down. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you hopping on.